All right, let's talk about building your financial shield. You know, that one thing that's going to stand between you and life's most stressful out-of-the-blue surprises. We're talking about the emergency fund. So let's dive right in.
Okay, I want you to pause and really ask yourself this. Really think about it. If your paycheck just stopped tomorrow, what happens next? Yeah, it's a super uncomfortable thought, I get it. But you know what? Facing that feeling head-on, that's the absolute first step to actually being prepared for it.
Because, let's be honest here, here's the reality of it. If you don't have a plan, those surprises that life loves to throw at us, and trust me, they are coming, they can send everything into a total tailspin. We're talking about your finances, your stress levels, everything just spiraling out of control. It's a fast track to debt, and it can totally knock your future plans off the rails.
So what are we even talking about here? What are these financial ambushes we've got to be ready for? Well, let's just call them what they are. Life's unexpected bills. The kind that pop up from absolutely nowhere and usually at the worst possible moment, right?
And what's kind of crazy is just how common this stuff is. We're talking about a sudden trip to the emergency room, your car deciding it's done right there on the freeway, or that gut punch of an unexpected layoff. Look, these aren't just abstract ideas. This is real-life stuff that can and does happen to pretty much anyone.
Okay, but here's where it gets better. This is the good news. You do not have to just sit there and be a victim of whatever life throws at you. Nope. You can build a defense. You can literally create your very own financial safety net.
And this is what we're talking about. At its core, an emergency fund is so simple. It's just a pile of cash. A cash reserve that you've set aside for one and only one purpose, to deal with real, actual, unexpected emergencies. You can think of it like a financial first aid kit.
Now, this next part is maybe one of the most important things to get right because it's where a lot of people get tripped up. An emergency fund is for true needs. We're talking the car repair that you need to get to work, that medical bill that came out of nowhere, or just covering your rent after a layoff. It is absolutely not for the wants. That vacation, a new gadget, a shopping trip, that's all stuff you save for in a totally separate bucket. Getting this distinction right is, well, it's everything.
So why do I keep saying this is non-negotiable? Well, there are 3 huge reasons. First, it keeps you out of debt. Simple as that. Instead of swiping a high-interest credit card when your tire blows, you just use your cash. Done. Second, the stress reduction is massive. Knowing you have that cushion turns what feels like a total catastrophe into just an annoyance. And third, it protects your big goals. It keeps things like saving for a house or retirement from getting completely derailed by a short-term crisis.
Okay, so hopefully you're on board. You're convinced. But now you're thinking, how do I actually build this thing? How do I forge this shield? Well, let's get into the nuts and bolts, the step-by-step. And I promise it's probably way more straightforward than you think.
Okay, goal number 1. Your very first mission is to get a starter fund saved up. The target? $1,000. Now look, this isn't the final, impenetrable shield, but it's that crucial first layer of armor. It's enough to handle most of those smaller financial hits life throws your way. It's a totally achievable goal, and it gives you some immediate breathing room. It's a huge win.
So once you hit that $1,000 milestone, and you should celebrate that, by the way, you start working toward the ultimate goal, and that's a fully funded emergency fund, which is somewhere between 3 and 6 months' worth of your essential living expenses. This is the big one. This is the cash that protects you from the major life events, like a serious medical problem or losing your job for a few months. This is your financial fortress.
And where do you keep this fortress of cash? Okay, super important. Not in the stock market. Not in something you can't get to quickly. This money has 2 jobs: to be safe and to be easy to grab when you need it. That's why something like a high-yield savings account is perfect. It needs to be liquid, secure, and ready to go at a moment's notice. No exception.
You know, building this fund, it's really not just about spreadsheets and numbers on a screen. It's not just about the money itself. It's about what that money buys you. And what it buys you is the incredible power of real, genuine peace of mind.
Honestly, having an emergency fund completely changes how you think about money and about the future.
It's that feeling deep in your gut of knowing that when life inevitably throws its next punch, and it will, you're going to be okay. You can take the hit and keep standing. That kind of security, you just can't put a price tag on it.
So there you have it. The plan is laid out for you. The why is crystal clear, and the how is right there. Your financial shield is just waiting for you to build it, $1, one step at a time. So the only real question left is, when are you going to start?